trends we're seeing at all the auto shows, especially here at Geneva, is less having to buy a fancy car to get the fancy tech. The 2015 Ford Focus is a good example of that. There's the new Ford/Aston Martin-esque face. But inside, things get interesting. Notice they've sort of cleaned up and changed the head unit and the area around it. This is part of some learning Ford's had lately, that My Ford Touch can be a little complicated when it's all on screen. Instead, they're breaking some functions back out to very clear, easy to understand physical buttons. Beyond that, the screen interface has been smoothed out and cleaned up as well. And showing all of those improvements, a bigger physical screen. Now the driving technology. Ford was pretty early in having assisted parking, which is not exactly self-parking. You operate the pedals, it operates the wheel. Now you're going to the point where this kind of a car is going to operate the brake and the accelerator and the steering wheel. It'll also go the other way, parking spot exit. And this parking tech will work for the dreaded parallel or the much easier perpendicular parking. You know where we're going in a few years, the kind of car that parks itself while you're completely outside of it, even in a spot that's barely big enough for you to open the doors and get out of. And an example of another big tech trend we're seeing here under the hood, which is really high-strung, small displacement engines. In this case, it's 1 liter, 3 cylinders, turbocharging, of course, direct injection, what Ford calls EcoBoost, but what everybody is using in combination these days. This is a big rush to say you don't need to buy a $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 car to get the latest tech. Pricing and availability, this car is a late 2014 release in the US, except for this one. We still don't get the wagon.